Joining me now is Johnny Jones, a TSA officer who serves as president of the American Federation of Government Employees Local 1040 and secretary-treasurer of AFGE TSA Council 100. Welcome to you, Johnny. I understand you are currently at a food truck offering meals to TSA agents who are feeling this financial burden of not getting a full paycheck in 42 days now. President Trump said yesterday that he will sign an executive order directing TSA officers to get paid immediately. First of all, Johnny, have you heard anything about how soon that money could hit bank accounts?
I'm being told right now, well, first of all, thank you for having me. We are at a food truck location. We're donating food to our TSA officers. They're paying to work every single day. Their paychecks are empty. Their bank accounts are empty. But they're saying that we might get paid sometime early next week. But these guys are struggling. They're suffering. There's a real crisis of making ends meet. This is a horrible situation for these officers.
And we've been hearing horror stories about TSA officers having to go out and sell blood and plasma just to put food on the table. Is that what you're hearing too?
Yes, most definitely. People are selling plasma. I was talking to a couple of them. They sold plasma the day before they came to the food drive. So, yeah, there's definite issues there with people losing money. They don't have anything for their families. But we have hundreds and hundreds of officers outside getting donations from the North Texas Food Bank, and they're trying to fill up their grocery pantries.
You know, Johnny, it must feel kind of like a yo-yo, and not a good one, by the way, because this is not a game. I'm curious your reaction to the latest negotiations surrounding the deal to end the shutdown. First, we hear that the Senate has a unanimous agreement. Then you hear that Mike Johnson and the Republicans are calling what they put forth as a crap sandwich. And they now say we might put something forward that would fund TSA and Department of Homeland Security for 8 weeks. And yet we have just heard during this interview that Chuck Schumer says you put that back in the Senate, it's DOA, dead on arrival. What's your reaction to all this?
Well, that's very disheartening for the officers. They're sick and tired of being political pawns across the aisle. We're going into our third missed paycheck this weekend. You know, people got a very small paycheck at the beginning of the shutdown, which was like 25% of their usual pay. If they end up doing this, it's going to be very difficult for me to tell the officers to be able to. They're going to be struggling. These guys are going to be having a very difficult time with their pay. And I'm very disappointed to hear that these guys are playing the games. They had a deal in the Senate. They need to go and pass what they had in the Senate, or give a real continued resolution, or something. But this is just not a game.
And Johnny, what does this do to the mental health of these TSA officers, the kind of stress that they're facing? They're looking at the long, incessant lines. They don't get a break. They're covering for other agents who've had to leave their jobs or call out sick to make a point, or both. I mean, what are people telling you? How are they feeling?
Well, right now, they are starving. They're out of money. They're frustrated. They are so mentally beat down because over the last 5 months, we have went 3 of those without receiving a paycheck in a normal schedule. Over half of this, we're at that 50 percentile for the whole year. We haven't received payment. So people are robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're trying to. It's a real hard balancing act. And you know, I'm apologizing, filming live from the airport parking lot, giving out. You can hear the planes taking off. We care deeply about our officers, and the officers care deeply about their mission. They took an oath to uphold the Constitution. That's what they're doing every single day.
Johnny, what do you want to see in terms of change so that TSA agents do not have to suffer and, to your point, be political pawns any longer or ever again?
Yeah, well, right now, TSA officers are paid with their own personal finances and their own mental stress. What we need to say now is pay these guys, give everybody a $10,000 bonus, make the TSA officers feel like they're really appreciated for their sacrifice, because without a doubt, this is a sacrifice. Everything has went up, but these guys really stood strong and upheld their oath to the Constitution of the United States.
Johnny Jones, hang in there. Best of luck to you. Appreciate you and all you're doing for your colleagues there on TSA. Thanks, Johnny.